Woo! Yeah! Woo! Everyone put your hands together for the tutor. Woo! Dad and 2 children, mother on camera, soon to be on vocals from Omaha, Nebraska. Heck yes. We like to start our shows off with dance, something upbeat, something to get us up off of our feet. You could only see the tutors, but everybody that was here was dancing along. It was so much fun. There's a lot of us here. We're going to kind of tell you where we're from in a minute. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. Y'all want to tell them where you're from?
Chicago, Illinois.
Utah.
Santa Clara, California.
Portland, Oregon.
Berg.
Chicago.
Butthole Land.
OMG. Okay. Well, we'll hear a lot of them later. Actually, one at a time, one by one. You get to just focus in on them and just appreciate their beautiful souls. I just got back today. I went to Colorado. I had a show in Colorado Springs, and it was fantastic. And my soul got recharged by the mountains. So beautiful out there. I saw these geodes, and it reminded me of you all. They're like, they look kind of boring and plain, right? Kind of on the boring on the outside. I'm not saying any of y'all look boring. Just wait. So what happens is when the geo gets like crushed or like stomped on or like broken into a whole bunch of pieces, kind of like us, right? Like 2020 or like all of our years before, then we're like beautiful and we're shining. And that's when all the good stuff comes out, right? All the good stuff, including all the crying. But that's life. That is life. And just to help y'all out, I want to tell you something encouraging. I've been researching the chaos theory because I feel like that's what we're in. We're in the middle of chaos, right? A whole lot of whoa, what the, and then it's not stopping really. But according to math, it's okay. There's a pattern. There's a pattern to the chaos. There's some consonants that seem irrational, if you will. That might be you, might be me. I think it might be us. We're the irrational ones, right? But we're kind of here to make the world silly and fun and stuff like that. So this is the fun part. One of the irrationals, the number is 4.0669. Yeah, there's 69s hidden in the universe, just so like it's a quality, you know? It's like all this bad's gonna happen, but that means all the good's gonna happen too, right? Like you have to suck it up sometimes during a 6, but then there's like the 9 on the other side. I think I figured out why 666 is such a bad number. Too many freaking 6s and no 9s. Right? 3. I gave 1 and I did not get a 9. You're not gonna get another 6. Right? If I give you 3 6s and I don't get a single 9. Thank you. Anything can be a 69 if your head is in the right place. Okay, we've got a hefty list tonight, and we're going to get through it. Everyone's going to get 3 minutes. There's a timer, and our secret technology person, host, extravaganza, wonderful human. There's a timer so you can watch. You get 3 minutes. You can't go over. I mean, you can, but what happens is you see my face, and then I start talking, and then we mute you. That's fine, because what happens is it makes you, like, get it together, and then every time you're like, boom, here's my jokes, and you trimmed all the fat. Very cool. At the end, if you're able to stick around, we'll do a bonus round. Everybody will get randomly selected and do 1 more minute. It's really fun for the audience. You kind of get another taste. It's like going around the buffet again. Get a little taste of them, a little taste of her, a little taste of them. You're like, yum, yum, yum. Yeah. Cool. Hell yeah. Awesome. I got 3 pages of peeps. So that's going to be fun as fuck. A lot of them are new, so that's even more fun. And then all the people that are here, we're just going to encourage each other, love on each other. If you like their jokes, say awesome jokes. If you are like, you don't need to say anything. No, you don't need to say at all. We're all just doing our best, right? Doing our best and hoping for a 9. Okay. All right, 1 round of applause for your host. You know, that's mostly for you all, not for me, okay? On deck is Paula. Okay, our first comedian is from Toledo. I know, right? Holy
Toledo.
Yeah, I know y'all did that in your head. You don't need to shout it. Everybody, please put your hands together. Welcome our first comedian of the night, Jeffrey Burden.
Hi. Thank you, everybody. Very welcome, very welcoming clap. Thank you so much. Thank you to Brooke. Hi. I don't know. I'm just motherfucker. This is quite challenging. You know what I mean? Yeah. I about 2 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, I started to do transcendental meditation, and it's just a damn good thing I started. Okay. I mean, I'm a pretty nice guy, but I would get a little tense, and it really brings me down. You know what I mean? Yeah, TM for life. Yes, absolutely. Or any sort of meditation where you relax. I tend to cuss a lot. I say every word in the book. I say it in front of my 4-year-old, and because I'm open with them, right? I try to be nice to him and raise him to be nice, but whatever happens, whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. So I'm taking him to bed one night, and he's not really doing what I want him to do. And I don't hit children. It's a thing. I'm against it completely, right? But I still get mad. I still get angry. I kind of shout, And I'm like, would you please just continue to brush your teeth, all right? And my 4-year-old says, Papa, you forgot to say, God damn it. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm crazy about him. I really am. I don't have any of my own children. In other words, I don't have any biological children, right? Because I just didn't want to have any. I didn't want to have any of my children go, my dad doesn't do shit. You know what I mean? But with stepkids, it's like, well, I didn't make you. You can't hold anything against me, and I was always nice to you. No, I love them to death. My wife and I, we get along sometimes, but every now and then we don't, right? Like one time she took me, she planned a trip to Florida in July, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going. And she's like, why not? I was like, because it's July. I don't need it to be any hotter than Ohio in July. She's like, well, it's not always about you. Sometimes it's about your children. I'm like, whoa, take it easy. Take it easy. They're my stepkids. I didn't make those kids. The guy before me, that was all him. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. My name's Jeffrey Burden II. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
Keep it going for Jeffrey and Jeffrey's wife. Yeah. Thank you. All right, moving right along, we've got our next comedian. She's from Humboldt County. She has a show called Big Fish Open Mic on Tuesdays, and then she has a Sunday service mic on Sundays at 5. That's Pacific Standard Time, hence the Humboldt County. Cool? Y'all filled in? You ready? Where is she? Hi. Oh, hi. Hello. Cool. All right, everybody, please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Paula Maddox.
Hello.
Hello.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that intro, Brooke. That was stunning. That was great. I appreciate that very much. But you did my housekeeping for me, so now all I can do is thank my internet sponsor. My neighbor is the sponsor of my internet tonight, so yeah, I need to thank him for not knowing that yet, because that would fuck my game up. You know what I mean? No, I'm native. I know you can't tell by looking at me. I'm an incognito engine, so I like to take from the white man. I find ways. You got to work the benefits, man. It's just part of the gig. Yeah, so crazy quarantine times, right? Everybody's had a pretty strange existence lately, and I've learned to not wonder what's next, because it's so weird. Like, my bingo card is not big enough to hold this shit. But anyways, I'm up at a gas station up in the mountains. Now I'm up in the mountains. Like this town I went to, when the people get divorced there, they're still mad that they're their brother or sister. You know what I mean? That's what kind of town this town is. But we all suffer, right? So I go to a gas station And on the counter right there is a box of candied crickets. I start laughing because I'm like, this is fucking strange. What the fuck? The lady, cashier lady, she says, "Oh, baby, they're trying to teach us that bugs are food." I said, "Who's they?" Because it's funny nowadays. You never know what the answer's gonna be, like who the they is. She says, "The elites, the elites. They want us to see this bugs as food." I was like, "Oh fuck," you know, like maybe she's got something here because you never know where a prophecy's coming from, you know. So I went out to my car and I signed up for a farmersonly.com account because I'll suck a dick before I eat a bug. Yeah, shit's stressful, but I ain't eating a fucking bug, man. I'm too fat. Can you imagine how many bugs I would have to eat to maintain this physique? But other strange things are happening too. Like I've been spending a lot of time in my room. I'm a mom of a lot of kids, way too many, and I'm in my room a lot lately because with all the stress, I've decided it's time to court a new addiction. You know, like I'm gonna meet it head on this time. I'm gonna pick the addiction. I think that's smarter, more mature, right? Because see, the last time an addiction snuck up on me, it was donuts, and that ain't right. Yeah, so you guys are actually part of my addiction because I'm hooked on these fucking Zoom mics, man. Can I fucking tell you? I love it. As much as Brooke like 69ing, you know what I mean? It's that kind of. But come to find out, there are people who don't like it, like my kids, because they don't like to hear their dumb shit either. Like, who knew? You know? Yeah, it's a good time.
Oh,
It really is. I think I'm at my time.
We did
Thanks for the
together
time,
for
Brooke, and
Paula.
see you next Tuesday.
Hey, Paula.
check out our open mics. I haven't gone yet because I do too much, but I've been
You
wanting
do. Oh, big announcement tonight on my mic. Come to my mic
to
tonight. There's a
on
big
behalf
announcement.
of Brooke.
Big
Oh, there's a
announcement.
big announcement. Put the
Tonight at
link.
my
Put the
mic.
link in the chat so people can go to your mic after this.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate that. Hell yeah. 69ing is fun. Put your neck in a cramp though. The angles are weird. On deck is Aaron, our next comedian. He is whoa, cool. He has a new virtual comedy school called offmiccomedyschool.com. You'll have to check that out. But first, check out his jokes, right? Laugh with him. That's what I'm gonna do if I can find his face. Ow. Oh, there you are. Hi. Cool. All right, everybody, please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Richard Carey.
Everybody, what's up? All right, where's the time girl? There she goes. All right, guys, how's everybody doing? Give it up for Brooke one more time in her love of 69.
Yeah.
I think that I'm in a great position, but you know, for me, the view is anyway. Yeah, so you know, during these times of quarantine, it's kind of hard to date, right? Like the last date I was on, you know, the person was born in the 90s, right? And when you're in my age, which I'm not going to divulge because I still want to get casted for shit, but let's just say that I would love to have seen The Empire Strikes Back in the theaters, right? So, so you know, what they call it? So I'm dating this person. They were born in the 90s, right? And the thing is, when you date somebody that's born in the 90s, chances are they've probably never heard of Wu-Tang or Fax Machines, you know, or even Empire Strikes Back. You know, you asked one of these guys, "What's your favorite Star Wars?" And if anything outside of, if they say Rogue One, God, you know what you're dealing with, right? But now I know that I'm in the new times because the girl I was dating was making fun of me for watching TV. Like she said that, you know, I must really like your ass. You got me here watching commercials. And I'm like, what's wrong with commercials? Those But then, you know, she also complained to me that that I listen to the radio. You know, like I was complaining that, you know, I have no idea who's on the radio anymore, who's this, who's that, you know, and she laughed at me and says, "Wow, you still listen to the radio." But let's see, what else can I do? Oh yeah, but here's a good thing. So I had a milestone this month. So since October of last year, I've been dieting, and I've already dropped about 60 pounds, which is great. The only way I can actually drop 60 pounds is if they go gambling at a British casino. So I'm actually one of the first ones to do it.
Oh, huh.
But yeah, I was pretty big. I would go get my shoe shine, and I had to take the blue shines to work. And I knew that the writing was on the wall when my landlord was able to get rid of 200 pounds of blood. Because he evicted me for not paying the rent. But I lost the weight now, as you can see. I'm nice and fit, and you're probably thinking to yourself, what did he do? Did he diet? Did he exercise? Did he train? Cocaine. That's how I did it. Cocaine and depression, coupled with PlayStation 4 and anime. And that is my time. I just try those jokes out. Thank you guys for paying attention. Enjoy the rest of the show. I appreciate you for putting me on the slot. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Put your hands together for Richard Carey. Kind of love you, not gonna lie.
Yes.
Follow him on Instagram. He does a really cool thing with taking pictures during the show and like tagging people in it. And if you're lucky, doing something illegal. Who that ever happened?
I only get you when you're hitting the
on
ball.
deck, we've got Jenna. Yeah, our next comedian. Let's see if there's anything special. He has a show called This Just In News. It's a comedy club show. It's on Saturdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, and it's streamed on Facebook Live. Check out him. Tell him that you want to be on it. Just message him. Be like, I want to be on your show. And then he'll be like, okay. And then he'll figure it out. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen. Aaron.
Hey, everyone. Thanks, Brooke. I'm Aaron. My parents spelled my name with 2 A's because they thought I was going to be an alcoholic. That, and I wouldn't let go of my bottle. I don't know. I don't know who to thank, though. Mark or Rita or margaritas. My parents were poor, so they only had one letter book for baby names, the letter A. And I got Aaron right out of the front of the book. My sister got Andrea from the top of the second page. And then my brother got Argon. He was a gassy baby.
That's pretty good.
Addiction runs in my family, and it started when I was young. I got hooked on phonics. I don't have to go to the drugstore to spell prophylactic. That's PROPHYLACTIC. As fast as I spelled that, you should see how fast I use it. When I was younger, I used the old game lawn darts to get rid of my younger siblings. May they rest in peace. I kid. They're alive in a vegetative state. Growing up, I knew every time my parents had sex. I could hear the bed springs creaking. You can't forget that. I used to beat on a door screaming, "Come on, guys, use your own damn bed." Every Christmas, they left me a gift of a wet spot. I passed someone doing 90 on the freeway today. They were so impressed, they flashed their lights at me and gave me a ticket for hauling my vegetative state siblings and sticking out of the back of the trunk. I had a psychic tell me I would lose part of my fortune. She was right. I lost the cookie, my bank card halfway between the restaurant and the car. My friend Bill's a super geek about toilets. Last year he cosplayed for Comic-Con as William Shatner. I was lifting people's spirits. It was a rewarding experience if you count 2/5 of whiskey and 1/5 of rum rewarding. Kills me. Oh, it was worth a shot. Guess my parents were right naming me Aaron after all. God, I can't even spell my own name. I must be drunk.
Oh my. Please put your hands together for Aaron. Yep. I'm also 100% prophylactic. If anyone wants to know. Choices. On deck we have Ritu. Our next comedian was here last week, I believe, from Santa Clara. That sounds better. You don't need to make it sound weird when it's not. Gosh, what a weirdo. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Newman Shike.
Woo! All right. I'm a really insecure person. As an insecure person, I like really hate kids' t-shirts because like they're always so positive and uplifting. Like they're just the worst. Like I feel like kids' t-shirts are the reasons like we're so self-obsessed nowadays. Like if instead of saying like stuff like I'm the best or mom's favorite, kids' t-shirts said stuff like I'm decent or mom's favorite, and then in parentheses because I'm the only child, then I feel like things like selfie sticks or vloggers wouldn't really exist anymore. Yeah, I'm saying this because like I was going on a run yesterday and I saw this like 7-year-old and he had a t-shirt that said beast mode is my only mode. And I was like, is this a challenge or something? Like, does he think he's the only one with the beast mode? So I fought him and he won. Yeah, but don't feel bad about me. Okay, maybe you can feel a little bad. It's okay. We have a rematch in a couple days, and I've been sparring with this grandma to practice. And I also told myself that if I do win this fight against this 7-year-old, I'm gonna go to Target and get the same beast mode T-shirt. They only come in kid sizes, but I heard crop tops are really in right now, so it's safe to say I'm pretty motivated. Like, I'm really like scared about these scam likely calls because they always say like scam likely and not scam definitely. So I'm always like scared that I'm missing out on like my big break or like the love of my life. But like, so like to save up on those fears, I've like started answering all these scam likely calls, and it's been taking a lot of time out of my day. So to like balance it out, I haven't been picking up calls from people I do know. Yeah, so I haven't talked to my family or friends in like the past like 3 months. But you know, it's okay. Like they haven't ever changed my life, but like these Indian dudes who call themselves Craig say they can with their supplements. So I don't know. And I know my mom's lonely right now, but like there's this Russian telemarketer who's asking me for my social security number, and she sounds really romantic. So like I don't know. Like I think we have a thing going. I feel like the Food Network is the biggest fuck you to world hunger I've ever seen in my life. And I feel like HGTV is like the biggest fuck you to homelessness I've ever seen in my life. All right, and that's my time. Thank you.
Keep it going for Newman. I like how your background just shows how much you care and stuff.
No, that closet door's broken. I can't fix it.
Oh. And maybe you can't fix it. Enough screws and enough duct tape, you could probably try. It's fine. I don't know why I talked about that at all. We're doing great. We're having fun. Thank you so much. On deck is Harley. Our next comedian is from Nashville, Tennessee. Very cool. Please put your hands together for Ritu.
Hey, hello, American citizens. How are you guys doing?
Good, thanks.
Thank you. I'm going to be a citizen soon. I'm on all the dating apps. All right. Well, this COVID isolated life has made me scared of death. I don't want to die. I'm worried if I die, who will take care of my Instagram account? Silly joke. Okay. All right. I'm single again. Welcome to America. I'm back in the dating world. This guy on the dating app was like, "Hey, I really like you. Do you want to come over, watch Netflix and chill?" I was like, "I don't do Netflix and chill dates. I know what American men want. But if you have Amazon Prime, I'm up for casual sex." Okay, well, this very new to American dating. I think a lot about my sexual fantasies. I have this wildest sexual fantasy to make love to an American man with no student loan debt.
Ah! Good luck.
Okay, well, these are dating jokes, but in reality, I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm dating a guy in Columbia, Tennessee. I never thought I'll have to cross 3 Cracker Barrels to find love. Okay, well, talking about dating and sex, we don't have sex education back in India, but I still somehow know how to fake it. All right, enough of these dating jokes, people. I am doing this. I am upgrading my God level, switching from Indian God to Jesus. Indian gods are overweight. You guys have a good looking, hot Jesus God. And also because Kanye writes more songs about Jesus. All right, that was a punchline and it worked. Okay, cool. All right, I have a question for you guys. Is anyone looking to buy brown parents? I'm selling mine. My parents have a basic common love story. My mom loves my dad, and my dad loves alcohol. Okay, well, my mom is a big believer in karma. She said I got divorced because I made fun of someone's divorce. Well, I learned my lesson. I make fun of rich people now. Okay, I have 20 seconds left. All right, if you ever question your existence, think about what avocados go through. They're a vegetable in America, a fruit in Brazil, and an American expensive bullshit in India. And that is it. I don't want to run over time. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Very fun. I put a star next to your name. That was funny. I went to Nashville once. It was actually it was 8808. I was at the height of my Christianity. We went there for prayer or something like that. Prayer vigil. Before I got kicked out, but that's another story. Okay. Jeff already went. On deck is Cody Webb. Our next comedian is from St. George, Utah now. And she just wants me to tell you that I'm an amazing host and Natalie's an amazing host. And we do an amazing job all of the time. All of the time. All of the time. All right. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen. The very, very, very most awesome and woke Carly Olsen.
We do a good job, like all the time. Best hosts. But yes, I'm from St. George. I used to live in Salt Lake, which is literally the only town that's known in Utah. I call it a town because they call it a city, but it's a town. I'm actually teaching now, and I'm my 4th week into in-person school, and I'm not dead yet, so I call that a win. I'm actually teaching a class called Bohemian Literature because I'm an English major, and really it's just diverse literature. So I was like, can I teach gay literature? And they were like, yeah, but you have to call it Bohemian so we don't scare away the Mormon parents. And I was like, cool. But then they gave me all these caveats. They were like, no sex, no rape, no suicide, no violence. And you know what literature from the literary canon has sex, rape, suicide, and violence? All of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
So my hands are tied. I was like, why are you letting me teach this class if I can't teach this class? But it's working out. So something I hated as a kid in high school was that the rooms were always freezing. I run cold, so I'm just always freezing. And what's great about being a teacher is I have control over the AC now. And one day I'm messing with the AC, and I'm trying to turn it up, but I end up turning on the heat instead, but I don't know it. All of a sudden it gets really warm and it smells weird. And I'm like, what's going on? So I check and the heat's on, and St. George is a desert. So it's 110 degrees outside and I turned the heat on. And I share that thermostat with another teacher in a different room. So I just had to be like, sorry. I have less than 40 seconds left, but that's all I got. So thank you guys. You guys have been great.
Woo!
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Carly. I'm glad that you're here. Glad that you're back. Hopefully this keeps working out. We love to hear you.
I love
Okay.
being here.
Yay. I'm glad that you're alive.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we got Chino on deck. Our next comedian sometimes sits funny, so we get really fun angles of his chin. But right now it's nice, so we don't have to worry about that. He's now in Oregon for school. Let's see, anything else? Nope. Portland, Oregon. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Cody Webb.
Woo! All right, Cody.
Hi.
Yeah. I'm in a bit of trouble with my girlfriend right now. Yeah, it's for being too nice to her. Essentially, you know how most couples have, cute pet names like baby, honey, muffin, whatever, that sort of thing. So I was trying to come up with a cute nickname that built on that, even better. But for whatever reason, Muffin Top didn't go over very well. Despite the fact that objectively the top is the cutest part of the muffin. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what went wrong. Somebody will explain that to me at some point. I don't know. All I know is things aren't going well. That joke's so stupid. I think if you took somebody from the 1980s to today, the thing they'd be most confused by wouldn't be, coronavirus or a Trump presidency. I think they'd be most confused by how much the word radical has changed. Gone from a very positive to a very negative connotation. Seriously, we've gone from radical bra to radical Islamic terrorism in only about 30 years. And apparently I'm the only one who's found out about this. And I'm the only one talking about it. That's why you gotta tune into my shit, is where I bring up the real issues. It makes me wonder, what millennial terms will be co-opted by the news? Am I gonna turn on CNN in 2050 and hear, breaking news tonight, as a group of on-fleek hackers have taken down the electrical grid in Ecuador. The incident caused a coup, and many government officials were yeeted out of the Capitol building. An international community was quick to condemn the event, calling the attack savage AF. I do want to be a little inspirational for you guys, so here's the best advice that I have ever learned. If you suck enough dicks in your life, any Snickers bar can be a bite-sized Snickers bar. I want to end on a less weird note. So I do want to say quarantine has actually been pretty great for me. I've lost about 25 pounds during this whole thing.
Whoa.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's much easier to abandon your 3-year-old when nobody's out in public. All right, thank you very much. I've been Cody Webb. You've been a great audience.
Thank you, Cody. I love that the weirdest of the weird turn into comedians. Fantastic.
Really?
And as long as we're all just being ourselves, we're fucking unique as hell. You know that?
Yeah.
Okay, on deck we've got SB. That's exciting. Our next comedian, he's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. He's on the Twitter at Chino Got Jokes. And if you're a giving person, he's even on Venmo at Chino Got Jokes from Trenton, New Jersey. He's real funny. You're going to love him. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Chino De Leon.
Chino. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? Give a shout out. Go ahead, give it to Brooke.
Yes.
Brooke killing it as always. I don't know if you know this, but this is actually my 15th Tuesday doing this mic.
Wow.
Wow.
Come on.
Fuck yeah.
So we're basically all in a big ass relationship right now. So
Pretty much.
I love you. I love you. I just want to let y'all know now that if you see me working out, one, mind your business. Two, just so you really know, it's not because I want to look good or look buff or all sexified. It's simply because I'm looking out for the people that are going to be my pallbearers. That's all. I am not getting cremated. I already told my guys, hey, man, y'all better have muscles by the time I'm gone. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm a big guy, and even though I'm a big guy, I still get in relationships with beautiful women. Believe it or not, I never dated a big girl. Not saying that I won't, just I haven't. And I'm pretty sure it's the same. Big girls don't like big guys. They rather have another skinny guy. It's whatever, you know. But you know one thing I do? I do before I have sex, I smell her like I smell my weed before I buy it. If you smoke weed, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. You, if it's good, you know, you be like, that's gonna be that fire. And if it's trash, I'm like, get that shit the fuck out of my face, yo. Yeah, that's pretty much how I do with women. Not because I'm a dog, just because I don't want to put my face somewhere that it shouldn't be in. Hey fellas, make sure you wash your dicks. Cause I heard stories, and I hope none of these guys here are disgusting. Anyway, talking about weed, I am a weed connoisseur. Yeah. I say weed cannabis connoisseurs because I hate the phrase pothead. Because when I hear pothead, I think of crackhead. And I don't know about y'all, but I'll never suck a dick for some weed. It's not happening. I'll eat vagina for some weed, but she got to be good and clean, you know. But then again, I'll eat it for free. Um, anyway, I'll say a little quick joke. Is it only holy water because Jesus Christ washed his hands with it first? That's my time. My name is Chino De Leon. Brooke,
Yeah.
Chino.
Chino! Now I know it's De Leon? De Leon?
De Leon, yeah.
De Leon.
De Leon.
Elon.
De Leon.
Someday we'll do what do you call it? Impressions. We'll do an impressions night, and we'll all laugh at how bad we are. Some of us might be great. I don't know if I am, because I don't know what that was.
You're great.
Exactly. On deck is Ralph, our next comedian. Oh, it has a show called Stand and Deliver. She was doing it online, and now she's doing it in real life with like a tiny cupboard.
Yeah.
in New York. So all you have to do is just buy a plane ticket, you know, book a Airbnb, you know, buy the ticket online, and then show up, watch her on Friday. Yeah, she's cool as hell. She's gonna make us laugh. Please put your hands together for SB.
Having me. I'm on my period again. I feel like it's nonstop. It's like I feel like it's like rain in Seattle. It just keeps coming. I I've started treating my period how people in Florida treat the coronavirus. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to the beach. I like lost my mind because I went out into the world. I was like, no pad, no tampon, just like hopped on a subway. This lady was trying to be nice. She was like, hey, hon, your period showing. And I was like, I'm going to make her feel bad, you know? And I was just like, oh, you think this is a period? Well, this is a miscarriage. Sometimes when my period's really hurting me, I like to pretend it's a miscarriage that's hanging on, you know? Or I pretend it's twins killing each other. You guys are like, now we're worried. I was broken up with, so I'm dead inside. I feel like we didn't communicate well. Like I'm super emotional. He's not. And I remember I came home one day, I was like, hey, how are you feeling? And he was like, good. And my brain, I was like, what is that pause? Like, why? Like, why isn't he telling me? And he goes and he walks away and he like sits down. You know, I'm kind of freaking out. I'm like, I'll just give him some space. So he's there for like an hour and he's writing. And he's a comic too. So I'm like, oh, he must be writing jokes. And I ask him after an hour, I'm like, oh, how's the joke writing coming? And he's like, oh, I'm not writing jokes. I'm writing about my feelings. I was like, dude, what the hell? Like, you're not even going to tell me a paragraph of your feelings? Really? Are you seriously going to do that to me? Like, what the fuck? You know, I'm better than your notebook. I have boobs. Why don't you fuck your notebook?
Right?
Thanks. I feel like I took Plan B one time because this guy came inside me. And I feel like it was like with a one night stand. And my friend was trying to tell me, he was like, oh, girls don't like one night stands because like, you guys are like aren't as fun or whatever. I was like, that's not true. Like men, like we can't have nice things because of you. Because you guys will do dumb things like come inside or murder, you know? I feel like I lived in Texas for a while and there was this case where like this guy was going home, this drunk guy, he entered the wrong house and the actual homeowner like shot that guy. And I was like, oh, so he came inside the wrong house and got shot. So if you're a girl and a guy comes inside you, I think that gives you permission to shoot him in the face and kill him with Plan B.
Yes.
That's it. That's all of it. Thank you.
I love that so much. I get so pissed too. I'm like, why are what put me right here? I'm a human. I'm a person.
Right?
Yeah. You know, there's Twitter too. Like we can just talk about our feelings on Twitter now.
Heck yeah.
Just in little bits. Just in little bits. Make sure you all follow each other. It's a fun way to spread your I was gonna say seeds, but that's weird. You know what I mean. Also, if you go to the Twitch live stream or the Facebook live stream and put your information in there, the viewers can watch or they can follow. They can't see it if we put it in our chat here. Cool. All right, Casey's on deck. Our next comedian, he's from New York City. He's been coming really hard He's been coming here. He's been coming to this mic before. Why did I keep saying weird stuff? Oh, please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Ralph Anthony.
I mean, how do you even top an intro like that after SP's morning after pills and this? Hey, everybody's getting laid tonight. That's what we do with the back line. You come to the back line, everyone gets laid. Everyone comes. I don't know. We know that's Chino's laugh. That's for sure. That's how long you've been coming here. Oh God, have you guys ever been on the phone with someone and while you're on the phone with them, get on Facebook to see if that person looks as dumb as they sound on the phone? Is that just me? I don't know. I had to do it today. I had to do it today. Oh God. It was like I could have jumped through the phone. And I didn't, thankfully, because I don't want to be a notification on the Citizen app. I just don't. You know, that's not how I want to get famous. I don't want to be white guy famous. You know, I don't want to be a Kyle. I'm a Ralph. Ralphs are way better than Kyle's. Let's be honest. I didn't flip out. I kind of like held my shit in. I held it together. And that's because I meditate, I journal. Actually, I journal with SP's boyfriend. That's how I got him into it. Why do I even say things? But I love journaling. I love meditating because it helps me get my emotions out. It helps me get my feelings out. And I'll be honest, I'm one of those dudes. Listen, I love a good cry. I love to cry. I try to cry like once a week, once every 2 weeks. You gotta get it out. You gotta get it out. But like guys, we're not told that we can cry. Like we're not told that it's cool to let your feelings out. No, we're told we gotta keep it in. If a dude sees another dude crying in public, oh, you know, he's a pussy. That's what we say. He's a pussy. No, he's a real person. He's a real man. Real men fucking cry. But to make it sound even cooler when I cry, I just call my tears I come. Hey, if I have a big crying session, I just say bukkake. I just have a bukkake with my face. Too much. Okay, good. At least I know where the line is drawn. That's good. Dudes never want to let their emotions out. It's fucking terrible. It's so absolutely ridiculous. Like, I know, listen, I'm 6'2", 210 pounds. If you saw me crying in public, you would think, what is wrong with this guy? This dude is definitely going to flip out at some point. Guys don't know how to cry in public. We don't know how to hold it in. Women, they have a quiet public cry. There's the inside crying and then there's the outside crying. They know how to handle it. Erica knows what I'm talking about. Dudes, you know how we cry? We swing. We swing at our tears. We try to fight our tears. You're never going to fight with your tears. You're never going to win that battle. No, your tears are always going to give you a black eye. All right, you guys are great. Thank you.
Roof.
Right, Ralph.
Please stay tuned while we have a brief sponsor message that says it is okay to feel your feelings. It is okay to cry. When you cry, you're actually releasing toxins from your body. And fuck yeah, you need to get that out. Otherwise, you'll get cancer or something worse. I was also reminded of a 69 joke, but I have so many, I can't remember which one now. I love KJ is on deck. Our next comedian from Washington, D.C. I know, it's exciting. We got to keep going, otherwise we'll be here forever. She has a charity trivia every Thursday. Okay, every Thursday. It's like, I think it's just a bunch of really fun people. They play trivia together, 8 p.m. Eastern. You should check it out, you know? Y'all might know stuff. I don't know trivia. I know a lot about other weird stuff, but yeah, check out Casey's thing. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Casey Hackett.
Ooh, thank you, guys. September 1st. That means 7 months ago, I had to split the bill at a restaurant with friends for the last time.
Really?
God, it's been an amazing 7 months. Haven't had to do that shit since.
Yeah.
I actually like my friends now. It's really weird.
Seriously.
Things are starting to open up. They wanted to go to a restaurant again, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't comfortable. I thought, like, let's have friendship just a little bit longer before we cross that bridge. I recommended we do a game night instead. Obviously no Monopoly or Risk because those cause divorces. But, we settled on a normal game, the classic game of Clue. That classic childhood game about murder. What could go wrong? For those of you who don't remember Clue, the premise is you're at a party and your host dies and someone at the party killed them. Cool. And instead of calling the authorities or anyone who might know how to solve the problem, you'll just take it upon yourselves and, figure out which one of you's the murderer by randomly accusing seemingly innocent people and, maybe ruining their lives. I think a lot of the people playing Clue grew up to go into the government. But we played, there's alibis, that's good. So that Colonel Mustard, Mrs. Peacock, Miss White, they couldn't have done it. They were all together in the study. They had the rope and the candlesticks too. Maybe just don't ask too many questions. They didn't do it. But the whole premise of the game is you need to find out who done it, with what, and where. Who did it, with what, and where. You're spending 60% of your time trying to figure out something other than who the fuck the murderer in the house is with you. It just doesn't seem like the best use of time in my book. I don't know what we're teaching kids. And I really have to ask, if you're at this party and you have a dead body, how drunk are you that you can't figure out whether this person was shot, stabbed, or strangled? Is there a bullet hole? Forget the freaking little candlestick. The bullet hole might be a really big clue. Good time, guys. I'm Casey Hackett.
You're going for Casey. Check out our show. I love it when you come to this mic. You're so fun. You're such good. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to meet probably, well, yeah, I think maybe most of y'all. I just take my time, you know. I'm not a right away love you person. Sometimes I am. Just depends on the vibes. But yeah, this is fun. Woo! Yeah, this freaking weird dimension that we're in. Are you all okay? We'll talk about that later. I know we're not. If you're actually like paying any attention, none of us are okay. But that's okay because none of us are okay and we're all together and we're trying to laugh, right? And we're humans. We're humans and we're humans. And I think that's what it is, right? That's part of this life is all this shit. Okay, enough philosophy. Erica's on deck. KJ, Queen of Radical Comedy, has a like a comedy special on Spotify, iTunes, like those things. It's called Haggard Unicorn. Super, super worth taking the time to listen to and share, because if you do that to other people's stuff, then when it's your turn, other people will do that to your stuff. It's like, whoa, 69s, yeah.
Yes.
Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, the very, very funny KJ Whitehead.
Hello. And you get to see me without my makeup right now. Great. You see me? I'm just like this. I am ugly and I am proud.
What?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you ugly.
I am good. I shaved today, I think. I don't remember now. And anyway, yes, the Haggard Unicorn on Spotify and iTunes. Please give it a listen. September 1st, today is September 1st. I'm happy to share with you all that my second youngest nephew, today is his 10-year birthday. Like he just turned 10. I'm really happy for him. I remember when I used to have an afro for the first time in a while, like months ago. And then he saw me one day because it was so big. He was like, "Auntie, what happened to you?" I'm like, "The revolution, nigga." Speaking of revolution, I still can't get behind. I'm sorry. I watched the DNC and the RNC. Both of them are idiots, and I have a hard time. Voting for Biden still feels like I'm giving a white male comic permission to say nigga on stage. Only now he feels like he doesn't need to ask for permission because he has a black woman next to him. Given that, just voting for either Biden or Trump, it feels like I'm picking which odd uncle's house to go to. It's like one clearly should not be around children, and the other refers to black people as the blacks. If you can't tell which one is which, that's another problem with this election. I had LaCroix for the first time a couple of years ago with my ex, whose name's Kathy, so by default she's white. I tried it. She's like, "Oh, what do you think?" And I couldn't help but think, this must be what white tears taste like. Are these white tears? It's mango. I honestly cannot tell. And you probably would wonder why white people would drink their own tears. And I feel like they're so thirsty to feel oppressed. All of that said, rest in peace, rest in power, Chadwick Boseman, Wakanda forever. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Keep it going for KJ Whitehead, the Haggard Unicorn. I am KJWhitehead.com. I am KJ Whitehead on Instagram,
Twitter, Venmo.
Yeah, it's easy. You just love. Hell yeah. Imagine if all the funny people got together, supported each other, got funnier and funnier, and then whoa, the world laughed and laughed and laughed. And then it blew up, but we were laughing. Oh shit. Okay, cool. On deck is Steven. Our next comedian's from Chicago. You can check her Instagram out and her YouTube channel out at Erica Schweitzer. So you're gonna be so surprised when I say her name now. All y'all, please put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen, Erica Schweitzer.
Well, as Brooke said, my name is Erica Switzer.
One mistake a day.
And I am a Black American woman with a German name who used to teach English to French kids in the middle of Shanghai, China. You cannot get more American than that.
Yeah.
And I know you might be wondering, what's the sister from Chicago doing over in China? To tell you the truth, getting in good with our future overlords. Used to love my job, used to take it seriously, teach my kids those classics, like Macbeth. But with Kanye West is Macbeth, Kim Kardashian is Lady Macbeth, you know, the original clout chaser. I do believe it was Shakespeare who wrote Avast. She be a gold digger. And the lady don't contest a broke nigga. See, to teach my kids those classics. I am divorced. I'm a Black woman in my late 30s, and I was in China looking for love. I'm divorced. Like most of y'all's parents, I'm divorced. And I'm a cougar, you know, I'm an older lady. But I'm a cougar with trust issues, which means I'm a chronic masturbator. When I got divorced, Black Panther had just came out. So here I am in the middle of Shanghai, China, looking at the movie screen, you know, these deep, dark, chocolatey brothers just shining in their destiny. I wanted to come home. I wanted to let a brother hit it one good time for Wakanda. But alas, my vag has been recolonized. So about a year ago, I came home. I wound up meeting up with a guy who's not my usual type. He's short, he's skinny, he's got long blonde hair. And when he turns around, he looks like a hot Ukrainian chick. It's all right, hot is still hot. He's a beautiful boy and I'm a handsome girl, so it works out. You know, have you ever seen those couples where the guy is hot? He's like model hot. And then you look at the girl like, she must have some good pussy. Man. He's amazing. He's very white, but he's Black where it counts, you know? This dick is so big for us, sex is social distancing. That's my time, y'all. America Switzer. Follow me on Instagram and YouTube.
The hair is awesome. Very fun. Very awesome. Very glad to have you here. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so fun. I tell everyone this every week, but you don't know this because you're not here every week. But I have this hard time between being at the when you have the gallery view and the speaker view. So for the people that are watching, they just get to see the speaker view. And I like that because then I'm just watching you and I'm watching you do your thing and you do your funny faces. But then like the gallery view, you can watch everybody and how they laugh. And when they're laughing at everyone, it's so fun. Y'all look so good when you're happy. Hell yeah! Woo, 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 woo. Oh gosh, this is gonna be the 6 minutes of Stevens. We got one Steven with a and another with a v. All right. So on deck is the v. Our very first Steven is from Bangor, Maine. He has Laughter in 2 videos on YouTube. Laughter in 2 TWO. That could be confusing because there's 3 ways. Wow, 3 ways to spell 2. Who would have thunk? Gosh.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Please put your hands together. I know, I'm looking. I saw the first Steven. Where's the other Steven? Steven, is there no? There's only one? Well, I guess we're just gonna go with a V for now. All right. Whoa, whoa. Where'd you go? All right. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Stephen Douglas.
Hey, how y'all are? I want to thank y'all for coming out here today. It's so good to be here. It's wonderful. I want to talk to y'all about my stepmama for a little bit. She's not there. She's not all that bright. One day she wanted to get rid of some fire ants, and this is all down in Texas, see? And fire ants are these little red ants. When they bite you, they look like pimples that, pop up on you. Well, she decided she wanted to get rid of these. So she took a big old gallon of gasoline, she poured it on top of this fire ant hill, and she set it on fire, and poof, there went her eyebrows and her eyelashes and their bangs, and it took off quite a bit of hair there. She looked funny for a little bit. And she said, you know what? I don't like these things. I'm going to get rid of these for sure. So she fired up a lawnmower, and she went over the top of this anthill, and it just covered her like somebody poured a bucket of water on her. And I tell you what, about 5 seconds later, it looked like she ran through a zit factory. She had white little dots all over her. If you was a blind person, you could have read Braille on her, I swear to God. I tell you how dumb she is. She told me, she goes, I don't want to have any more kids because I got enough of them, right? So I told her, I said, well, go ahead and use a sponge because girls are using sponge. It's supposed to be really good. So the next day I see her walking around funny out in the yard. I say, hey, what's going on with you? How come you walking like that? She said, well, I tried the damn sponge that you told me to do, and it's kind of uncomfortable. I said, what do you mean? She said, well, it's kind of rough on one side. I said, what kind of sponge you used? She said, hold on, let me go get the package. So she goes in and brings out the package, and she's wearing a damn chore boy. Tell you, she ain't all that bright. One day, we're down on the bayou, right? My daddy been working out on the farm all day. He riding a tractor, so he got some bad hemorrhoids, And he told her, he goes, my hemorrhoids are bugging me so bad, they're hanging out of my ass like a foot long. I need something to put on them. Go ahead in the tent and get me some of that hemorrhoid cream. Well, she only relates things by pictures, so she went in and she was looking, but she come back out and gave him a tube of stuff, and he squirted on his ass. It turned out to be a freaking tube of icy hot. And I tell you what, you ever see a drunk man dance drunk? You ought to see a drunk man dance when he got icy hot on his ass. So he's flopping around like crazy man. I tell you, she ain't all that smart. She tries to do all kinds of things, by looking at pictures and stuff. And that's one of the things that happened. But I still got to love her because she's my stepmama. And, well, this is my time. I sure do appreciate y'all being here tonight. I hope I'll see y'all next week, too.
I'll see you
Hey! Woo! Stephen Douglas, who has the Laughter and Two videos on YouTube. Stephen Douglas last stand up at Brian's Bros Poorhouse. I just didn't finish my reading the sentence. The way it printed out, it looked like two Stevens. There aren't, so everyone's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, this dimension isn't. 2020 is fine. Everything's fine. If you keep saying it, then it'll be fine, right? Okay. On deck is John. Yeah, or Johnny. We'll see what I say later. Our next comedian. See, she wants me to say how amazing I am, but I think that she's amazing. She's very funny. She's from Augusta, Georgia. She has a show on Thursday. It's called Virtually Hilarious Teachers Appreciation Night. It's by Beerly Funny. Beerly Funny on Zoom. And it's this Thursday at 8, so you can watch it if you want. Just follow Ira. She'll do all that stuff for you. You won't even have to work too hard. And then you'll just get to laugh at teachers and stuff. Please put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen, Ira Claiborne.
Y'all doing?
Hi. There's the horn.
The horn, yeah. I don't know if I wanted to start with talking shit about stank dick or because that was gross. Ew. Men who cry, A+ to that all around. I love that because everybody cries regardless of their gender, sex, sexual orientation. We all cry, right? So I really love that. Divorced. Hey, divorcees. Oh, she's
Hey.
I don't see. Okay, you're just not. Okay, cool. High five. So here's my impression of men on Instagram. I do more man spreading, but I can't show you below because I don't have. I do. They just have my zipper goes down a lot. Anyways, so that's my impression of men on Insta. I do think that it's kind of like the modern day. Whenever we used to record voicemails with music in the background, like that's the vibe I get from men selfies. I guess I'm being a little sexist by talking shit, but it's fine. Like men can handle it. Speaking of men, I've been growing out my leg hair since quarantine started. Thank you. Thank you. I've turned off the vast majority of the heteros and I'm totally okay with who's left over because y'all my real bitches. Y'all my real people. That's what's up. If you can't get down with the lady who's got a little bit of, leg crown, then you don't actually love bodies because that's what happens with bodies, right? I've been growing out my hair. Yeah. Trying to cover my titties. Thank you. It hasn't worked. I don't know if it's because my titties keep sagging or if my hair stopped growing. I'm not taking biotin or anything. Maybe I need to get on that. Yikes. Also, I do have a confession. This is my confession. I told it last weekend. I'll say it again. I slapped a lot of non-consensual ass in college. My friends. I actually, I talked to some of them, and some of them did say, like, in retrospect, it was okay. But I'm hoping to become president because Joe Biden is, maybe. And I'm going to acknowledge that I did it and apologize. So that's cool, right? It's never too late to patronize. But if it was okay, I'm so into doing it because y'all bitches was hot. I went to a women's college, if you couldn't tell by my shirt. And women are a lot like hurricanes. After a certain point, you just got to batten down the hatches and like hope for the best. But that's okay because my Nana's coming up, that hurricane. I gave my Nana a bath today and she shat on the floor afterwards. And that's funny and sad, right? I used a wet vac to clean it up. Actually, my auntie did. And I literally touched the shit into the stick of the vacuum the whole way out the door. My name's Ira Claiborne. Send me some money.
Okay. Please put your hands together for Ira Claiborne.
Yeah.
Woo! There's a lot going on there. Sorry. On deck is Audra, our next comedian, Johnny Bello. He has something called Comedy with a Twist, or he is Comedy with a Twist. We are gonna find out. First time here, so strap in. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Johnny Bello.
Thanks so much. I got thrown out of the Comedy Store back in February. I live in San Diego. That is the Mercedes-Benz of clubs. It was just an open mic. Took me like 4 months to get in. I was 1 minute in and I just started burning things on stage and basically got just dragged off the stage. So grateful for sites like this because if I want to light fires and burn my house down, I have total freedom to do so. I'm going to give you a little caveat to this. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are about to experience is a highly advanced, highly skilled pyrotechnical display that should only be attempted by trained professionals. Please do not, I repeat, do not try this at home.
What?
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 Who the fuck was that?
Whoa. No way. Oh! Johnny Meadow, that's my time.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We're okay. I don't know where all the fire went.
Bravo.
I think I have so many questions.
Beautiful.
Wow. Put your hands together for Johnny.
Hooray!
Woo! Put your information
wake you
in
up.
chat so people can see you again and hopefully you come back. That was wild. Okay. On deck is Ian Zandy. Our next comedian's from Omaha. She is currently in Missouri. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Audra Novak or Novak.
Novak, but good try. It's no one gets it right. You're doing great. Yes, hello. So I'm originally from Omaha, but I started doing comedy after I moved out. And this year was my plan to come home and do comedy here. So we're going to count this as accomplishing something. Awesome. So can we have a moment of silence for like that amazing thing we all just saw? Because I need to focus on that. God, when the small horn came out, I mean, I stood. I'm glad we're talking about our feelings tonight because I want to talk about the king of people who taught us about our feelings, the one and only Mr. Fred Rogers.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, it was definitely like the promo picture with Tom Hanks in Mr. Rogers' outfit, like that really started to give me some funny feelings in the pants about Mr. Rogers. And not just because he's an authority figure and I have daddy issues. Like, just think with me for a moment. Close your eyes and think of all the lessons that Mr. Rogers taught you, how to be empathetic. You're wonderful just the way you are. And then imagine the kind of aftercare and spooning you would receive from Fred Rogers after he was done pounding you over and over, running a train on you all the way to the land of imagination. Ollie the trolley man. He's gonna Ollie the trolley you into oblivion. And this is true. This came out recently in a biography. Mr. Rogers went to one of his openly gay friends and he said, now explain it to me. Like, because I have found some women attractive and I have found some men attractive. And the concept of bisexuality was explained to him. And he says, well, I think that's me. Because I guess I would be right smack dab in the middle. Mr. Rogers is so wholesome, he'll fuck anything with a hole. It's okay to come, or it's okay to orgasm early. It's okay to not orgasm at all. Just as long as we're all consenting adults exploring each other's body, I think that's just fine. Yeah, I've got so much more, but I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to leave you guys with a piece of family advice. Any bar can be a karaoke bar if you believe in yourself, and I believe in you. You can do it. Thank you. My name's Audra. Bye.
Here we go for Audra. Oh, that was fun. On Friday nights, I hosted an open mic called Anarchy Open Mic. It starts at 11:30 p.m. Central Time because I co-host it with a lady in Hawaii. So it's 6:30 Hawaii time, but we do 5-minute sets and then we do a bonus round too. Also, if you stick around for the end of the show, we do a bonus round. We'll do another minute apiece. Hell yeah. Woo! Thank you. I think you need to keep doing this. You got some good stuff in there. Hilarious. I like Mr. Rogers. That's good joke. Good joke. Fuck you. Proud of you. That's just the 69s in me. Like, see, two trains in you.
If it's just one person, is it giving a niner? Nope.
I have to think about that one for a minute. On deck is Daniel, our next comedian. Oh, if you could have joy in your pockets and then like take bites sometimes, like I think that's what it's like just to experience Ian Sandy. But worded that weird. He wants you to make sure that you vote. He's from Los Angeles. He runs and just loves life. So please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Ian Zandy.
I don't think I put that in my intro, but that's very nice. Thank you. All right, we're getting emotional. I'm going to change up my set. We're going to do something else. We're going to talk about that. It's a topical. A lot of people wonder why my generation is so sad. I think there's a lot of reasons. You know, you could look around you, the world. But I think you could funnel it all down to one reason specifically. How to Save a Life by The Fray was played every single day of my childhood on the radio. Every single day. After soon enough at school, bye son, have a good day. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along. Every single day. Do you realize how sad that is? And the thing is, that wasn't the only sad song of the mid-2000s. No. They needed so many sad songs to kick people off American Idol with. You know, I'm sorry you're not going to Hollywood. You had a bad day. Da-da-da-da-da. Nobody knows the lyrics to these songs. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I'm going home to the place where I belong. It's all white, bald himbos. Himbos with a darkened past. And that darkened past is just that they ate at the yard house too many times. Jeez, frickin' I'm drowning slowly. So many sad songs. That last song's about abortion, which is either a really sad song or a really happy one, depending on how you look at it. You know, I think we need another sad song in 2020. I think that's why it's all this pent up emotions. We just need 2020 is like that friend who just builds it all up, and then you go to the bar with them and they let it all out. It's like, whoa, I know your parents never hugged you, Ashley, but you don't need to start a pandemic over it. You know, I think the car is the ultimate place to cry. I think it was made for that purpose. Like someone presented the idea of a car in a meeting. They're like, yeah, it's a metal box where you can go and you can cry alone. The executive's like, and it moves? I don't know. Sold. You know, deep down inside, Henry Ford was just an emotional man who needed an emotion chamber, a crying box, a wagon for tears. Most people cry, or most people laugh until they cry. Comedians, they cry until they laugh.
Yeah, so true.
Now, where'd people cry before they invented cars? Like, I'm gonna go cry in my stagecoach behind this tree. I'm gonna go cry in the rain. I don't know. We just need better mental health services in general. You know, our healthcare here in California is made up of two things: weed and improv. So I stand outside of UCB like, you take Anthem Blue Cross? Thank you.
Please put your hands together for Ian Zandy. Follow him on the stuff so you can just experience that more and more and more in your life. That's you. Yeah. Thank you. Glad you're alive. On deck is Elvin. Our next comedian's from Chicago. He sells doors. He has a new Instagram. It's at nacho_average_comedy. Nacho average comedy. All right. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen. Daniel well, we'll just say Dan the man.
All right. Thank you. I don't know if y'all noticed Cobra Kai is on Netflix now.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, I knew that I never had to buy YouTube Premium. That was the one thing that they had. I joined a meditation group on Facebook. It's like 21 days of meditation, and every morning you have to do this assignment. You have to meditate, and then you have to write in the group that your assignment is completed, and if you miss out, then you get kicked out of the group. And I've never been more stressed than trying to keep up with this meditation group. As she mentioned, I do sell doors. I sell them door to door. It's actually not a joke. I just wish it were. But it's cool because I love abuse. And I also love dogs, and I get to see a lot of them on this job. And I like to make my job fun by asking them questions I already know the answer to. I saw a dog the other day. I said, "What's up, dog? Hey, what's your favorite part of the tree?" And he said, "Bark, bark, 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 bark." I love your enthusiasm, but I'm more of a roots guy myself. They're just so much more down to earth. I saw another dog. I said, "Hey, man, what's up, dog? How's your day going?" He said, "Rough, rough, 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 rough." I said, "Man, that's terrible." So after my shift, I came by, I picked him up. We went out for a couple of drinks. Turns out his girl had left him that afternoon for a greyhound. Poor guy. But after a few brewskis, he was feeling fine. He realized, hey, bitches ain't nothing but hoes and fleas and ticks. All right, I'm gonna try this one and see how it goes over here. Y'all been talking about divorces and men crying, so I'll tell you a little bit. See, I can't speak as being a child of divorce, but I could definitely speak on being a child of they stayed together for the kids. For example, the other day, my dad texted me and my brother. He said, "Hey guys, if you want to come down, come back home. Saturday is going to be Gracie's last day. Gracie is our 15-year-old golden." And, you know, it's sad, but we knew it was coming. She's 15 years old. You know, what we didn't expect was that we had already had plans to come down that Saturday to celebrate our mom's birthday. So I think it was revenge for Thanksgiving. When going around the table, my mom, for what she was thankful for, said that she lived in a country that divorce was legal. But, you know, 40 years of marital bliss, they play the long game. I didn't really know how to handle it, so I got her a card, one of those muscle stud cards, and inside it said, like, "Happy birthday," and then I just wrote across his cock, "I'm so sorry for your loss." Guys, and that's my time. Thank you.
Woo, keep it going for Dan the man, door-to-door salesman.
Oh, and the crying. I cried while eating cake that day. That was I forgot to incorporate that in there.
Yeah, he told us in the chat, but the viewers didn't know that he cried the other day to a beautiful song.
That was on my way home from work today.
Oh, and then today.
In the car with my brother, we were just like, "What's some sad song lyrics that get you?" And we just Spotified them.
Yeah, you gotta get that shit out, man. You gotta get it out. Healthy, healthy, healthy. I want to let everyone know that there's going to be a special show on Sunday. I don't know if you've noticed this by now, but I'm a fan of the 69. It's actually kind of fun to me. In Europe, to the Brits, on September 6th, it's their 6-9 day. Oh. So I haven't announced it yet, but I'm going to do a show. There's going to be 6 comedians that do 9 minutes and 9 comedians that do 6 minutes. I think I want to have like an open mic afterwards for like 9 more comics or something. And I don't know. I have a few tricks, but I'm going to post something up tomorrow. So if you want to be a part of it, and then it'll be kind of like a lottery style as far as which spots you get and stuff like that. But that's Sunday. And I think around 2:00 Central Time. So it'd be 8 o'clock in the Europe, and then like 4:00 in the Eastern, stuff like that. Just you'll find out. I'll set it up. You'll all know. It'll be fun. Be a good time. Cause you know who doesn't love a good 69 party? We also are gonna make sure that you have this room as your background during that show, so everyone can be in Brooke's room as we do 69s internationally. Okay, real quick, this is a new joke of mine. I want to be the Genghis Khan of 69s and have a 69 with 1/4 of the population. All right, so I think Elvin, he was here, and then we didn't see him. So we're going to have Josh. Josh is going to go next. And on deck, I think, is the Inner Island Smith. So right now, please put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen a guy who says that forgiveness if I mistakenly signed up twice. I thought maybe you had something important written down here, but he didn't. Forgiveness is something to plug, though. You know, if somebody does you wrong, you can forgive them. You can let that shit go. You don't have to hold on to it forever. It's like you have all these suitcases in life. You could set them down. That's forgiveness. Okay. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Josh D. Donato.
Yes. Thank you.
Holy shade.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive me if it takes me a minute to adjust. There's a lot of Randy sex talk on this mic. And, you know, I'll just tell you off the top, I'm not terribly interested in pornography, which you can probably tell from how I say the word pornography. But you know, actually, there's a new category of porn that seems intriguing to me. What it is they have men and women, and men and men, and women, but all the people having sex in these videos just became American citizens that day. It's called Barely Legal, and I guess that's like a fetish for some people, you know, that fresh new Americanness is a turn on. Hey, who had Republicans adopting a 17-year-old double murderer as a folk hero on their 2020 bingo card? Anyone? Because I missed that. I had Republicans say only cops can kill unarmed citizens. So yeah, that's on me. You know, there's one group that isn't talked about a lot, and they've got a little tough. Not as tough as others, but it's people who, through no fault of their own, enjoy wearing red hats. They're having a tough time of it right now. You know what I mean? A lot of mistaken identity. A lot of, you know, people see him from the back and they're like, "Hey, asshole, I want to talk to you." And then they turn around and people are like, "Oh, Lay's chips. I'm sorry. No, it's fine. It's just we're good. But yeah, I'm excited to tune in November 3rd for what could be the series finale of American Democracy. We'll find out during the episode if it's renewed for another season. But yeah, I'm curious how America ends. I hope there's a plot twist. You know what I mean? Like we wake up and it was all a dream, or we were dead this whole time. You know, something more pleasant than what we're experiencing. All right. Thank you. Good night.
We're going for Josh. Woo! Yeah, Josh is fun and a little political, but rightly so. Our world. We could probably have that be kind of what do you call it? The thing that's right next to you.
Air quotes.
Or oh. Like have you heard about it says the Funky Rabbi though? That's your Instagram.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow, right? We're all gonna stalk each other for the rest of our lives. Be like, oh, I remember you used to do comedy. Or remember when they were just doing Zooms and now wow. That's exciting. All right. On deck we've got
Josh
Kelly. Our next comedian is from South Dakota. He has a mic on Wednesdays called Pause for Laughter. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Ian Ryland Smith.
Thank you. My entire life, I have lived in a vegetative state called South Dakota. And because of this, I must drink. But that doesn't mean I have to be sad while I drink. So I'm gonna make you guys my favorite drink, the Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yes.
First you get your hospital mug, and then you get some vodka. I prefer Tito's.
Oh, wow.
Because if there's one thing Americans do better than the Russians, it's making vodka. God, American vodka is so good. So you get the hospital mug and the vodka. You put some vodka in there. Maybe a little more vodka. Maybe a little more vodka. I think we can have a little more vodka. I think this is probably not enough vodka, so I'll put one more. There we go. And then I need to make sure I have gallery view on so I can see my time. Then I need to get my main ingredient and the namesake of the drink, the Diet Mountain Dew. And you just pour it in here. You know, I saw Judd Apatow's masterclass, and he said that it takes a comic 7 years before they're any good. And that means I must be something pretty special, because I beat that by 6 years. So good. I called a Chinese restaurant asking for dog, and they gave me a number for a Korean restaurant. Let's see here. I have a coworker. He's a lifelong Twins fan. I feel like saying lifelong is redundant because no one wakes up one morning and is like, I think I'm a Twins fan now. So he's a lifelong Twins fan, but all of a sudden he stops being a Twins fan. And he stops this because they didn't play baseball, because they didn't support state-sponsored murder. So 30 years of not winning a World Series, a miserable postseason, and just being the Twins didn't shake you from rooting for the Twins, but protest is where you draw the line. Paper thin support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you. On deck is Danny Deshi. Our next comedian is from San Francisco. First time here. Please put your hands together. Ah, you moved. You moved. That's okay. I got you. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen. Kelly Evans.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, you guys remember dating? That thing that was only slightly better than quarantine? Yeah? Anybody remember that? That was a thing we did. Not anymore. We don't do that, which is fine. Honestly, I don't know. It's just usually doesn't go very well. I mean, I actually, I've been thinking about it a lot because this is my life now. And I was thinking about a date that I had like right before quarantine, and like this woman was very far out of my league. Like just all her pictures were in like the Mediterranean and on the beach in Thailand and all these other exotic locations. And the most exotic place that I've been to in the last 2 years is a strip club where they did an open mic. And if your strip club needs an open mic, it is not going well. It is not a savory place to be. So a lot of differences. She showed up to the date wearing an evening gown, which is a real, which is a real power move. Like all my clothes are from Ross, you know? Like I just wanted to tell her, you can dress for less, you know? You can, it's a choice. And that's fine. So the date was going pretty poorly. Honestly, it was not going well. And I'm out of things to say and out of money, honestly. So I was just like, let's Hail Mary this. Like, do you go to church? And her response was, what? And I said, what? And she said, huh? And I was like, wait, what? And she like, oh, I'm a Scientologist. Right? Like, Turns out she's in my league after all. Like, all right, we got a chance. I've made the mistake of going on Facebook recently. If you haven't been there, it's a dumpster fire. And I have friends who are trying to convince me and everybody else that they're like, sure, the Democrats are in the pocket of Wall Street, whatever, but they at least are not nearly as bad as the Republicans. And I was like, yeah, okay, that sounds bizarrely like my other friends who tell me, like, sure, he's not a great guy, but Louis C.K. isn't Bill Cosby. I'm like, all right, I'm convinced. So go out and vote, everybody. That's what I'm saying. And let the laughter be loud. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much.
Keep it going for Kelly. Thank you for being you and sharing the weird way you look at the world. I'm getting a cramp in my leg. I'm not trying to flex or just show how flexible I am. That's showing off. I'm sorry. On deck is Ami, our next comedian. Him and I earlier today did a show in Paris together. It was really fun. It was really fun. I mean, it was like virtual, so like not like we didn't get to go to Paris, but we will soon. It's just like, yeah. It was awesome. Please put your hands together. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, check him out on DannyDeshy.com. Please put your hands together for the very funny Danny Deshy.
Hi there. Hi. So yeah, that was great being in Paris with you, Brooke. Yeah, I'm Danny Deshy here in San Francisco. Oh, let's see. Throughout world history, there have been so many book burnings that you would think that Amazon Books can come out with a better name than Kindle and Kindle Fire, don't you think? Yeah, and self-driving cars. They're pretty cool, but they recently found out they're going to be slowed down for a while because they found a computer glitch with self-driving cars. Yeah, they found out there's a couple people in the car having an argument, and one guy tells the other guy to go to hell. Their car will drive right off the cliff. yeah. So, what else? Oh, by the way, I recently got myself I got me a used car, a real man's car. I got me a big old '79 Oldsmobile. It gets an estimated, I don't care, miles per gallon. Yeah. And its hood ornament is a smart car. Yeah. So I took my car for a car wash and a Brazilian wax. And when I got my car back, all the carpets were gone. Brazilian. Yeah. So anyway, I like to contribute. So I recently I entered a church raffle, and guess what? I won a free exorcism. Woo! Yeah. For some reason my neck hurts. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Exorcism. Watch the movie. Anyway, so I also went to a silent auction, but when I got there, all they had was mimes. Yeah. I tried to take one home, but I couldn't get him out of the box. So yeah. So, see what else is happening. My father was a peaceful man. Yeah, he would always beat me with an olive branch. So let's see, before I go, I'm going to end it with a song. How about, let's see if you recognize this one. Okay, that was practicing. Again. Oh, dueling banjos. Okay, one more song before I go. See if you can name this tune. Anybody know?
What is Jeopardy?
What is Jeopardy is a correct answer. Correct. What is Jeopardy? All right. That's my time. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Brooke.
See, now Ian can tell his parents that his music degree paid off. Please put your hands together for Danny Deshy.
Thanks, Brooke.
Can't wait for the album to come out.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it Splinters on My Cheek. It's gonna be called my
Cool. Splinters on My Cheek by Danny Deshi. Uh-oh. There's something stuck in my throat. I was munching on some nuts. Not kidding. Not kidding. And, you know. Okay, real quick, fun story. I was walking at Garden of the Gods and I was like, oh, it'd be so cool. And then I asked that there was like these guys just standing there. And I was like, gosh, it'd be so cool if my hands were really sticky and I could just climb up the walls like a chameleon or a lizard.
Yeah, I was always about that. Yeah.
I'm like, why did I tell the guys I wanted my hands to be sticky? That's not normal people talk. Okay. All right. On deck, we've got Trevor Gertensen, our next comedian. I have a feeling we're in for a treat. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen. Ami Ong.
Woo! Woo! It's a good night to do a comedy with everybody.
Yes, yes.
1,000 roads lead mankind forever to Rome. Unless you're American, then you get nothing. Thou hast bestowed upon me, O great mask of desire. Now the funk I hath is to keep it upon my own nostrils. Why hath I forsaken my happiness with the smell of yesterday's breath? Brush your teeth. In ancient Rome, there's word. It's Russian now. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Hold on. Okay, we're Russian. Acedia might be a new word to the 21st century, but it was well known to those living in Middle Ages. So now I'm so lazy, it's so hard to brush my teeth, to take bath, to wash vaginal hair and eat the nuts. Very common before the fall of Rome. So America, we're almost in the fall. I'm not lazy. I'm not lazy. It's called acedia. We're feeling acedia. It's okay. It's okay. You just drink and you have acedia, you motion together. New word, new word. I used to think that the penis has the semen inside. Yes, you know the semen? Yeah. Not the log, different from lager. So semen. Semen, I thought gives you different DNA. And this week I suck a Russian man semen, and now I have a Russian accent. Greek man, he came on my stomach, so it did not work very well. My partner said this is the first time he date a woman who also date other women. So he said, now we can talk about bitches. I said, no. Now we talk about processing our past relationships, emotions. I am somebody. Thank you very much.
I told you were going to be in for a treat. Keep it going for Ami. Or at least a funny version of Ami.
Oh,
it's really fun, like making up jokes based on a character too. That's very creative. One day we will hang out and we will do improv games together, and we will also do belly dances.
Yay.
All right, on deck. If she gets her children to bed and shows up, we will have Annalise. If not, Lawrence is on deck. Our next comedian is from Chicago. So fun. Very, very awesome. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, Trevor Gertensen.
I like the fact that Halloween is coming up. I love Halloween, and the reason I like Halloween is it's a one day a year where people essentially dress up like me. The bad part is I can't do the same thing, right? Because if I were to dress up as Bob the accountant, people would just go, "Oh, look, Trevor finally got his shit together." I saw a music video recently, which I didn't know they still made, and it was with this band called Maroon 5. And the entire video was the band just crashing a bunch of people's weddings, and which is a terrible thing to do because at that point, that means they're uninvited guests. You know who else was uninvited? The Golden State Killer. Here's the problem too. Now you have to take time out of your busy schedule to go tell 5 narcissists and explain to them why they're not welcome. And if there's one thing I know about Maroon 5 is that the one thing that will ruin a Maroon 5 concert is Maroon 5. Yeah. They're behind. I think they overuse the term rock star at office jobs, right? There's no real rock stars at an office job. It's always Karen who turns a report in early every Friday. They're like, yeah, Karen, she's kind of the rock star around here. Unless she demanded a pound of cocaine before turning in that report, she is not a rock star. And I don't know a lot about office jobs, but the one thing I remember being told was that you need to show up on time, right? Has anyone here ever been to a rock concert?
Yeah.
It does not start at 8. I think we give rock stars too much credit. I know I do. I remember this guy, Elliott Smith, stabbed himself in the stomach to commit suicide. And after I heard that, I was like, holy shit, that guy's intense. I need to buy more of his records. Yeah, that kind of marketing does not work for the store manager at PetSmart. Yeah, you find that guy stabbed himself. You're like, holy shit, that guy's intense. I'm gonna buy my pet food at Target. I like podcasts about serial killers and true crime. I thought it was interesting. I was listening to one of these podcasts talking about how all serial killers have a common characteristic. And they said the most common characteristic among serial killers is that they have substance abuse problems. Which I thought was interesting because I thought the most common characteristic among serial killers was that they were murderers. I do like that whenever they talk about serial killers, they always bring up the shallow grave, which I think is a wonderful thing because that's the only thing that makes them relatable. Like I can't relate to murder. I think murder is a horrible thing, but you know what I can relate to? Not wanting to finish digging a hole. I get it. Right?
Woo. Great.
Yeah, thank you. That was hilarious.
Sorry to interrupt you. I know you were busy.
I was multitasking. I was trying to share it on the screen and whatever else saw. Annalise, what happens is she has children and sometimes they're challenging on getting to bed. So hopefully she makes it here before we are done. Okay. Lawrence, you're I don't think I see a Lawrence. Okay. So that means Kevin? We have a Kevin? Do we have an Alicia? Alicia's here. I saw Alicia. Okay, cool. So right now, Alicia is on deck, and that might be our last comedian. I'll have to double check and make sure everything's going well if anyone else pops up in the next 3 minutes. Whoa, you know what that means? That means our lightning round is next. So you need to think of 60 more seconds of funny right now, and then also listen to Alicia and laugh, okay? All right, because it'll be randomly selected. It'll get wild. All right, please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Alicia Rain.
Woo! Woo! Hey, okay. Yeah, I was really disappointed in myself today because I attempted to make a meatloaf, and it was more like a meat. Well, it's really just meat. I do not like cooking because I'm obviously bad at it. One time I microwaved a tortilla for 8 minutes. And that microwave was never the same. But I'm a proud 3rd generation terrible cook. the entire time growing up, I just thought that grilled cheese were burnt sandwiches and that hot dogs had a crust. I don't know if you guys know this, but meat doesn't normally have a crust. Yeah. I got a COVID-19 haircut, May 1st. I went to my normal lady, thought it'd be all right. Turned into this, which I guess is okay because it inspired my second latest impression. This is my impression of Ali Sheedy from The Breakfast Club. Ali Sheedy from The Breakfast Club. Vodka. Nailed it. Okay. Okay, pretty darn good. Okay, I just came up with this impression tonight. This is my impression of Sir Isaac Newton. Okay, Sir Isaac Newton. Ow. That's it. Yeah, guys, I kind of think that the Kardashians are turning into the Jacksons in that they all go to the same plastic surgeon. Yeah, yep. 10 seconds. This is my impression of a young Ivanka Trump. No, Dad, you cannot go to the prom with me. Alicia Rain.
Keep it going for Alicia. South Dakota. So funny. Love it, love it. And in a little bit, you'll hear another minute. Okay, our next comedian, he's okay, I was like, his screen just went dark, but he's here. And he's from, I always mess it up, Philadelphia?
Close, Pittsburgh.
I always say the wrong one. He's from Pittsburgh, everyone. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the screen, the very, very funny Arvin Clay.
Hi, everybody. So I've been trying to get back into the swing of feeling like I'm not doing Zooms and like holding mics and stuff, but I don't have a mic. So I just keep kind of like changing it up, like what I'm going to use. Like I was thinking maybe the crucifix. I don't know. It's a little bent. I found a pair of nunchucks. They're about the right size if they really rattle. I think I'm going to probably eventually settle just on this thing from the thing. Okay. So there are a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. First, let's give it up for Brooke and Natalie again because they're amazing on. And also, Brooke is always going to be like our Mr. Rogers that can only teach us the number 69. So I love her for that. If we go back to the days of yesteryear, you'll remember that Richard had, and by the way, I accidentally gave myself Wolverine mutton chops. And one of them just like buzzed off. So I'm like, fuck it, let's just do it. And they're less ridiculous than I thought, but they're still ridiculous. Anyhow, so let's go back to a time of, actually, I'm going to say that for later. So does anybody else miss the beginning of 2020? Where it kind of seemed like the weirdest fucking thing that was going to happen was that Gwyneth Paltrow would sell a candle that smelled like her vagina through her company called Goop. Now, the candle actually got me thinking a lot about panty sniffing. And not because I need another expensive, time-consuming hobby. You know, I'm already way too deep into like Spider-Man action figures, obscure Soviet industrial music, and Gem and the Holograms merchandise. You know, and that stuff is relatively easy to come by. You know, I'm a former addict. You know, I couldn't play Pokemon Go because you have to collect them all, and that's a lot of pressure, you know. And even that is somewhat attainable. But these kinds of like locally sourced artisanal small batch art pieces might as well be unobtainium. I can't. So I started writing some horror fiction recently about the old gods coming back to Earth to mate with humans, but they all get STDs instead, and I'm going to be publishing them under the name HTV Lovecraft. I have 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Let's just save this for reminding everybody that Black Lives Matter, and I love all of you. Thank you for being so funny, and let's give it back to Brooke.
Woo! Nancy and the Carbon Clay. Arvin on Instagram. Badass awesome human. Fucking giver of joy, maker of laughs. Fun to have around. Hell yeah. Y'all are great. See, the more we get to know each other, it's kind of like you see a flower, right? And you're like, oh, that's a cool flower. But then the more you look at it, you're like, whoa, that's such a cool flower. Like, whoa, that's so cool. Like, wow, how did it even make that? Like, how did it even do that? And that's like y'all with your talents and shit. Okay. Our next comedian made it. Yay! I don't have time to look on the list to see if you gave me any more information. You're probably from somewhere and you probably do a lot of cool things. Right now, you're going to make me laugh. Please
I
put your
do.
hands together for Jenny.
Woo!
Woo, woo!
Oh, I almost didn't make it. I have a sick child, and as you can see, I'm hiding out right now, so it's a little dim in here. Hopefully, she won't find me. She never wants daddy. That's the problem. Daddy's always off the hook, fucker. So yeah, this COVID, right? Crazy. I got called out on my mustache twice, actually. Yeah, once by my kid. That was fun. And once by my nail salon lady, who I thought I was just going in to get a pedicure, but apparently she was calling me out on my mustache. And she actually came up and did the fucking finger thing on my face. She's like, "You don't feel that?" You don't- I'm like, "Wow, that's embarrassing. I'll take one of those to go, I guess." And then and then more recently, my 3-year-old toddler out with my husband the 1 second I take off my fucking mask, the 1 second, there she is. "Mommy, you got a mustache like daddy." Wow. And as this group of people went walking by, I never laughed harder in their lives. And if I was a dude, I think I'd be more impressed because it was actually coming in really nice. Like I could like throw some like mustache wax in it and just kind of do it up. But I have to I don't know. I wanted to feel like a lady, I guess, Anyway. So I'm my comedy. I love comedy. My family is not such a big fan. My mom is not a fan, mainly because I make fun of her. But it's all in good fun. I mean, her thing is she thinks I'm gonna get kidnapped. And if you guys could see me right now, I think you'd be pretty confident, like myself, that I'm not gonna get kidnapped because I worked hard for this body. They're looking for the skinny bitches that run. Okay, I'm on to their plan. If you just put on a bunch of weight, I'm morbidly obese, plantar fasciitis, sleep apnea, and asthma. I'm fucking halfway dead. That's it. You know what I mean? Just don't put on the makeup and just go out with a mustache. I guess you're fine. But and that's the other thing too. She's like, "What if they roofie your drinks?" I'm like, "Maybe that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a good time." Okay. If I don't get it at home, I gotta go out and get it somewhere else. And sometimes it's tough. I gotta just I want to have some fun. But all right, I got 12 seconds. I'm gonna call it. But guys, thanks for having. I'm so glad to be here. You guys are awesome so far, and thank you, Brooke, for having me on. You guys have been great. Jenny Teebs, I'm out of Worcester, and you guys are awesome. Love you all.
Jenny Teebs. Hell yeah! I'm so glad that worked out. That was fucking fantastic. Hell yeah! Fuck yeah! I hope that you do this all the time. You're good. You're good at being funny.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. That was awesome. All right, we have two more. We have two more comedians. Oh, yeah, right. Woo! Our next comedian, she got her kids to bed. Oh my gosh, unless halfway through they say, Mommy. They might not. Please, let's see. She wanted me to say something, I think. No, I don't think so. We're good. All right, please put your hands together. She's from Omaha, Nebraska for Annalise Wright.
Thank you, Brooke. So I'm 37, which means in not way too many years, my doctor is going to recommend I get a colonoscopy. I wasn't looking forward to it until I found out what it really was. It's really that they get you so high, you don't care that somebody is probing your ass. So apparently it's a good thing, I hear. Anyway, a while back, I went through a breakup due to sexual incompatibility. It was because I'm into men. He was into guns. Yeah, so I thought the bathroom was a really weird place to keep magazines about guns, but yeah, they were sticky. So one day I went to the basement and I found him cleaning his gun, cleaning it real good. I was like, honey, if you would just do that to me, I would come. And he was like, Well, I understood why it went there because, you know, he went to Catholic school. They don't teach cliteracy there. Didn't teach him much about geography either. They taught him where Japan was, but definitely not vagina. So, as a mom, you know, I, enjoy getting time away from my kids to do comedy. And people are like, so what if people don't laugh at your jokes? I'm like, that's okay. I need some silence after my 3-year-old freaking yells at me all day. Maybe I'll just tell bad jokes so everybody will be quiet. 3 guys walked into a bar and the 4th one dumped. Almost. I almost had my moment of silence. Dang it. I didn't get it though. Okay, so I've done some thinking lately. I've realized that I'm a feminist. That's because I believe women should be able to do, whatever they want. Work, be at home with kids, be locked up in the house, work on fans only, but not all of that at the same time. Too much. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you guys. You've been great.
Woo! Yeah. That was fantastic. That clitoris was perfectly placed. Yeah, you should play with that a little bit more. I think that might be stimulating. Speaking of stimulating. Our next comedian, she's from Omaha, Nebraska. She's hilarious. If she says do something, you go ahead and do it. Trust her. Please put your hands together. Welcome to your screen, Carmela Anderson.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Brooke, you missed a fantastic open mic up in Dundee tonight. Everybody was on fire. It was just a good vibe. Oh my God, it was just delicious. I'm not even gonna keep you guys long. I was like, I wonder if I got in here in enough time to make it or whatever. Because look, y'all seen me in my undershirt. I don't even care at this moment right now. I don't even care.
Woo!
What I would like to say is, white people, I love y'all, right? Mama love you, and I'm gonna tell you. But when y'all have pets, stop bringing videos of your pets walking all across your stove, your counter, your table and shit. Talking about, oh my God, look at little Pepsi. He's so cute. Look how his tail is going in the food and everything. And then you want to always sign your name on food day that you gonna bring cheesy casserole. Bitch, I don't know, is this cheese or is this pet hair? I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. Annalise, you said you went and got a colonoscopy. Did you come to my place, MGI? Because that's where I work. I see pictures of assholes all day long. It was a picture, and I shit you guys not. This lady swallowed 35 fish hooks.
Damn!
Why? Why would you swallow 35 fish hooks? I don't know. I don't know. But you know how, like, when you have to go in and have a procedure done and they make you sign the HIPAA form? Well, when I had my colonoscopy, Annalise, I made them sign my HIPAA form. To see what you're not getting ready to do on break time is go and be like, oh my God, remember that lady I told you that came in and her ass looked like a bag of nickels? her right there. You're not getting ready to do that to me. You're not going to do that to me.
Oh my God.
So I make them sign my HIPAA form. Shit. You know what, y'all? You know, I'm just gonna tell y'all right now. I love y'all. I need to go get high right now. Yeah. I got off work. I didn't get to get buzzed up. I got a little buzz, but I'm trying to count my time down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
We missed you, Brooke, tonight. We missed you.
I got into Omaha today. I drove. I
Oh,
left
that's
early.
right. You just came back from the spring.
Yeah. I had a show.
Was that not
so
beautiful?
Oh, it's so fun.
Beautiful.
So beautiful out there.
Listen, I got there on a Friday and I came back on a Sunday, but I finally felt my legs on Wednesday because I was just that damn high. I had to tap out. I was like, I can't feel my legs anymore. I don't want to fuck anymore. But it was delicious. It was delicious.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Was
Okay,
it
I'm
a-
gonna go back over and over again.
Was it a
That's
you went to?
open mic. We all did our time, but we have a bonus round. So don't leave. Don't leave. We'll all do one more minute. One more minute. It'll be random. You don't know. It could be you now. It could be you now, but my hand's right here, so it's not. Okay.
Okay.
If you want, do you want to do yours right away and then go do? One more minute. One more minute. All right, everyone, please put your hands together for our next comedian randoms.
No. Left y'all. I just left y'all. Skiddly bop bop. Shit. I swear to God, I am blank like a motherfucker. I'm blank. I am blank like a motherfucker.
Woo, we love you, Carmilla.
That's what I'm saying. I don't look at my hair, bro. I had a rough day today. Somebody need to come save a bitch. Save a bitch. I don't know. I'm looking forward for my breast exam this weekend. That's always nice. I like to get my titty smashed. I don't know. That's all I got. Woo! Love y'all. I love y'all. Hey, Tina.
What up, fuckers? I want to give a shout out to Brooke. Also, Mike, I really did enjoy it. I talk about weed a lot, and actually, this past week, I had a family member. Why do you always talk about weed? I'm like, because I can't go to jail for talking about it, but where I'm from, I can go to jail if I'm have it on me. So I'd rather talk about it. Real quick story. The way I started smoking weed was really, my sister couldn't go out nowhere without me. I was 12 years old. We went to one of her friend's house, and she lets me smoke from my little Joker pipe. I'm high as hell. I'm thinking she was just trying to let me be part of her in crowd. No, she turned around. Now you can't tell on me because you smoke too. I'm like, okay, you got that. And I've been smoking ever since. So yeah, that's my time. Love y'all, man. Have a good time. Good night.
All right, so like I said, I'm short, my boyfriend's short, and he looks like a hot Ukrainian chick when he turns around. But in all actuality, he just gave us a nice new title. He says when we go out together, we look like Kid Rock and Brandy.
Woo!
Which is pretty fitting. I mean, he's really hot. He's really hot. But my boyfriend is kind of like if Freaky Friday starred Macaulay Culkin and Vince Neil from Motley Crue. But he cut halfway during transformation. He looks like Disney presents Magic Mike. Gorgeous. And together we look like we star in the midget porn parody of Shameless. You guys have been fantastic. This has been a great mic. I can't wait to come back. Follow me, Instagram, YouTube, Erica Switzer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So on my day to day, I drive around a lot, right? And I was driving, I saw a sign. It said funeral home and crematorium. And it was a really hot autumn day, and I thought to myself, crematorium. Well, that sounds kind of delicious. What kind of cream are we talking about? Talking about some ice cream? Because I could really go for some of that. You think maybe more whipped cream? I could totally fucking get some tacos, fuck with some sour cream, maybe some margaritas. But all I know is this, is that when my time comes, I really hope that they can cheese me. Oh, I'd love to go out cream cheesed. That way, I could go out the same way I came in. Somebody else's hot bagel.
Oh, oh God. So this was a pretty bad summer, but my worst summer before this one, I got bronchitis twice. Didn't need to go to the swimming pool. I was making my own right here in my chest. And I would like a word with every health teacher, every person who ever told me that you'll skip a period when you're stressed out. It's never happened to me. My uterus is like, oh shit, things are going down, eject. Get it out. So I'm walking around with bronchitis for the second time in one summer. And not only do I have that, but I get the heaviest period I have had in 5 years. I was walking around like a stressed out jelly donut, one crop away from disaster. On a good day, I was a cream strawberry donut. Get it.
You're awesome.
Oh shit! Hey, so I found some other things that I can use as mics. Lincoln had an action figure. He kind of works. He's in right shape. This squeak toy. This is really risky though because he squeaks. I thought about the unopened bottle of Bald Cat plastic, but you know that's just awesome. I have to explain why I have it. Okay, so. I don't know if any of you keep up with the news, but there's been some really, really serious controversy recently within the replica lightsaber community. And that sentence alone explains why Gen X can't have any nice things. So I recently learned about the power of the written word when I read this. Protesters removed 2 Confederate statues from the Capitol, hanging one from a Raleigh light post. And I'll tell you folks, I didn't think it was possible for a headline to give me an erection.
Hey guys, so it's almost hunting season, so you know what that means. That Budweiser and Jack Daniels are gonna make a hell of a lot of money. because alcohol and loaded guns go together like alcohol and unprotected sex. Happens all the time and it's dangerous. So be careful out there, you guys. I just want to give a little shout out to Arvin talking about Pizzazz, Stormer, Jazz, Kimber, Shayna, Aja, Jem, Jerica, Rio. Truly, truly, truly outrageous. Arvin, thank you for bringing that back to my zeitgeist. Yeah.
Hey, all right. What the fuck happened to baby boomers? Like what? It's like the generation of the 60s, right? Like they were all about like, we're gonna change the world, man. And then they got to the 80s and we're like, fuck that, let's just do cocaine and build malls. Yeah. There's a wild transition. Yeah, it's like natural beauty and like being one with nature. And then eventually it was just like, how big can we make boobs? Bigger? Bigger? But like the thing is, you know that exact same shit is gonna happen to us. It is coming. Like every generation will flip like I can't wait, honestly, to see Post Malone trying to sell reverse mortgages on TV. Great. You cannot trust that face with your finances. Yeah. And out. All right. Done.
Right.
Ooh, okay. So, as you can tell, I'm outgoing. So, if I go on a date, I like to talk to the other person and compare viewpoints, see if we have anything in common. That makes me wonder, what do quiet people do? What do introverted people do on dates? How do they figure out if they like each other? Like, do they stare into each other's eyes? Do they compare Google histories? Do they sniff each other's butts? Because really, I would like to know how the introverts get to know each other. It's mysterious to me. Yeah, it's a mystery. So someday I'd like to start dating again. And when I do it, I just want to be straightforward. So I'm going to go to a bar, find the hottest guy I can find, say, hey, come home with me. Let's have sex, cuddle, and you should leave the next morning before, I regret it. But nobody wants to, so sucks to be middle-aged. All right.
I think this year we shouldn't wake Green Day up at the end of the month. Guys, these sports protests, they're never gonna work. Don't they know that violence is the answer? Let's see. Alicia earlier was mentioning hunting season. And this is in South Dakota, hunting season in South Dakota. Do you know what people hunt here in South Dakota during hunting season? They hunt our state bird. Come to South Dakota, everyone. We're encouraging you to shoot our state bird. You can eat it too if you want. Go crazy out there.
When asked if I want mushrooms on my pizza, I say yes, but just the tip. I when people ask how old I am now, I want to say that I'm in my happies. I'm right in the middle of my happies because I really don't believe in Earth years, laps around the Earth or whatever they call that. I have this joke, and it's kind of about my cunts, if you will. And I want to do these callbacks, and I want to like talk British and be like, I've got these bloody callbacks. No, it works probably way better in context. I just wanted to try it.
Y'all, We need to impeach Captain Crunch. Maybe you've heard of Whoops All Berries cereal? What kind of shenanigans are going on down there? How did they get to that point? You know, if Captain Crunch paid his workers a livable wage, then maybe they wouldn't go on strike, and maybe he wouldn't be forced to do it all on his own. I think that's how we ended up with Whoops All Berries. He didn't know how to run the factory. He's like, I'm a billionaire. I can't get my hands dirty. Tries to run it himself, ends up with Whoops All Berries. Like, fuck, didn't include the little yellow squares. Now I gotta call General Mills, and General Mills comes in. Looks like Captain Crunch, just a slightly bigger tri-corner hat. That's right. General Mills is a woman. Women could be pirates. Woo! It's 2020. And what the fuck are those little yellow things anyway?
Oh shit. Oh shit. It's back. So I go by Jenny Teebs because my last name is Tebow. I married into that, thank God. So I have options if that doesn't work out. But it's the French spelling. So Thibeault. It's a pain in the ass because I work in the medical field and I have to spell my name all the time. So it's like T like Tom, H like Harry, I like Igloo. It sucks. So I put a little twist on that bitch. And I started filling in dirty words. T like titties. H like hard on. I like incest. They don't usually forget you after that one. But yeah, going back to, I have to go back to the weed because I love weed.
I know.
It's good, right? Weed is good, and it's all good. But the munchies are a legit thing. I don't care what anybody says.
Popcorn.
Popcorn will count. I mean, that's good. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not like getting high. Oh, okay, bye.
I recently saw the movie The Monuments Men with a friend, and as we were watching it, there's a scene where, if you don't know the story, basically American soldiers go to reclaim all the stolen art that the Nazis had taken, and at one point they find a bunch of stolen art, and there are all these barrels full of human teeth, human gold teeth. And my friend turns to me and goes, "Hey, why would the Nazis need a bunch of gold teeth?" And I realized at that moment that I was going to have to explain to another adult just how shitty the Nazis were. This article said a 22-year-old girl was eaten alive by her pit bulls. And after that, people started saying, see, that's why people shouldn't be allowed to own a pit bull. That's exactly the reason why. And I was like, well, that's why she shouldn't be allowed to own a pit bull. Right? Because you have to have an animal that's appropriate for who you are. I have a 2-pound cat. You can probably get out of there. All right.
Hey, everybody. I'm Kevin Kelm. I was running late from my at-home job where I talk about wrestling. That's a job I have. If you would have told 9-year-old me, Kevin, you're going to go to a tax person and say you had to write off your WrestleMania tickets as a professional expense, I would have been like, oh, that guy is really, really cool. My parents don't think that guy is really cool, but I've made it work. I love professional wrestling. I know people judge me. I know a lot of you gave me the don't you know it's fake look. I hope he knows it's fake. I hope he's not one of the people that goes to the matches and thinks it's real. You know what else is fake? Ian, what's your favorite TV show? Ian, what's your favorite TV show?
Community? Oh, wait, shit, there's 2 Ians.
What is it? Just say a TV show.
Oh, that's not a TV show.
Not that hard of a question.
Wrong first.
Law and Order Special Victims Unit. It's not real. Did you know that? Did you know the whole time you're watching it isn't real? There's no law. There's no order. None of the victims are special because none of them are real. Okay? Creepy guy 45 minutes later, boom, you just watched an hour of the USA Network. Good for you. All right? But wouldn't you hate it if I came in the dramatic interrogation scene and Olivia Benson's about to give it to that pervert guy, and I said, do you know he's not a pervert? Did you know he's not a real pervert? It would ruin it for you. I love it. And a guy goes to me, he goes, he's like, why are you yelling about wrestling? It's not about WrestleMania. It's about Beatle Mania. And I chopped him across the chest before he could finish saying it. Good for you. You like the Beatles. Good for you. The biggest band of all time. Good for you. You're 23. You had to discover them on Google. All right. They're just a thing you can Google. You know, it's not a thing I can Google. He's a superhero that lives. He's got 2 bad knees. He's got 1 bad hip. And he goes, who are you talking about? I was, it's a wrestler. And he goes, who's this wrestler? And I said, it's The Undertaker. The Undertaker, Ian, The Undertaker is, imagine the tall goth kid from your high school if he could beat up the football team. That's The Undertaker. That's what he is. He's a fucking dead guy. That's his gimmick. It's not that hard. All right. But I've laughed and cried with The Undertaker. And he goes, he's giving me that. What is The Undertaker done that the Beatles haven't done? The dumbest fucking question of all time. Because The Undertaker has done a lot of different things that they haven't done. You know, his real name is Mark. He's got 2 bad knees and 1 bad hip. But he continues to entertain the fans. He goes, I don't care. What has he done that the Beatles haven't done? I was like, all right, here we go. I was like, Ian, are you aware of what a buried alive match is in pro wrestling? Do you know what a buried alive match is? It's a very complicated performance. Do you know what it is, Ian?
No, not really.
The loser gets buried alive. That's what happens in the match. I watched my hero get pummeled into a grave. Okay, I watched a man in his 40s, my hero, when I was 15, get beaten into a grave. My hero, The Undertaker, lost the match. He lost. He was buried alive with real dirt. None of that bullshit Law and Order, SVU, CGI dirt. Real fucking dirt. All right. All right. And his name is still Mark Calloway from Victoria, Texas, with 2 bad knees and 1 bad hip. But you know what The Undertaker did that the Beatles haven't done? He got out of the grave and continued to entertain his fucking fans. I'm done. Thanks, guys. Thanks for getting me in there. I appreciate it.
He really cares about wrestling. It's a Russell Zone podcast. Back to bonus. Back to bonus.
Oh shit. So when I was younger, people confused me a lot for if I was a boy or a girl. If you couldn't figure that out, wonder why. It's because I never had like the feminine titty to tummy ratio. Like these could be man boobs. Feel me? At any point in life, these could be man boobs. So it was like an underwhelming B cup for a woman, but it was like regular for a fat man. And so everyone would be like, "Hello, sir." And then they'd hear my voice. So that was always a cool thing. Also, my name really is Ira. Have you ever met a female Ira? Exactly. I had a fucking high school gym locker in the boys' locker room. I was this gay in high school. That was my fucking worst nightmare, my friend. So before you just go on assuming somebody gender, maybe just say they.
Yeah. I already went. I can go again. We're doing it again? Oh shit. All right, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Oh god, I wasn't ready at all. I've been thinking about my childhood a lot lately because, you know, I've got a lot of time on my hands, and I realized that He-Man is very inappropriate for children. Have you seen his outfit? It's a fur thong and boots and a harness for some reason, which really explains why my parents were so uncomfortable when I kept wanting to dress up as that for Halloween. I'm just like, let me wear it. They're like, you are freaking the neighbor out right now. He is hanging by a thread, all right? Seriously. Steve is going to get you. You got to watch out. It's the 80s. Nobody's protecting kids right now, all right? Yeah, I'm going to finish there because I don't have a 12-second joke. Thanks.
Oh gosh. So I like playing video games so I can pretend that I am not who I am. My favorite escape lately has been Skyrim. So I can live the high fantasy of purchasing cheese without checking my bank account first. And achieve two things. I'm lactose intolerant, so I can pretend I'm taking a bite of that cheese, and I have gold, so that's nice. A fun fact: if you do hallucinogenics while playing Skyrim, technically your companion is a sitter because they are the only sober being in the room. Yes. 20 seconds. I've read that everyone is having more vivid dreams and more nightmares because of this lockdown situation, which as someone with PTSD, like, call me Freddy Krueger because you're all in my nightmare now. 3.
So, bi women, they love me because I have a penis and a lesbian haircut. Let's see here. Let's see, I already said that one. Oh, the cops in South Dakota. In South Dakota, they pull you over for weed. They take your weed and put you in jail. But in South Dakota, if you get pulled over for sex trafficking, they're like, I'll take 2, please. Yeah, that's horrible, I know. Could you guys imagine if cops were bad? What a world that would be, right?
I don't have anything else for a microphone. I'm sorry. I'm a disappointment to everybody here. But Audra, you talked about the pandemic and PTSD and like vivid dreams. Never in my dreams would our lives actually become like a horror movie, you know, because that's what it is. It's like a horror movie, you know. And we're actually getting Thanos by a killer named Dunning-Kruger, and it's
We got some deep literal references here tonight.
Speaking of death, destruction, and everything I'm all about, so I got pulled into a celebrity death hoax recently, and I thought that Bob Barker died, and I thought that it was really, really cool, only because he went out Price is Right style, because he would have been 96, and that means that he would have gotten the closest to 100 without going over.
Whoa.
So my boyfriend is really sexy, right? But I'm from Chicago. He's from Chicago, so he has a really heavy Chicago accent. So when it's sexy time, you know, he'll say something to me like, "Oh yeah, baby, get it hot for daddy," and I'm like, "Shh." Let it happen. But that's okay. Sex. I like to imagine that my vagina sounds like a big buff black dude from the Bronx with a two-pack habit, you know. Where's Timberland's old child support? So the new foreplay sounds like, "Oh yeah, daddy, that feel good. Yeah, that's my spot right there. Dead ass feet, that's my spot." I like to imagine my vagina sounds like that. Great, I'm gonna go get some of that after this mic.
Ooh, it's me again. Okay. So some people say stand-up comedy is hard. It's not. It's really easy. I just stand up. So y'all hopefully laugh when I fall down. But it helps if my kids have drawn little dicks on my face beforehand. That makes it a little more hilarious. Speaking of kids, I'm going to share you a secret that I learned from my kids. It's a secret cure for insomnia. So if you can't sleep, you just kick and scream and flail for like 20 minutes. And then afterwards, I promise, you will pass right out. And then I'm going to share a secret way of dealing with anti-maskers. You just put on sunglasses, carry a big stick, and pretend you're blind, and thwack the fuck out of people so they stay away from you. Anyway, that's my time.
Oh, here we go. Me again. My head is very large. I don't know if you can tell that. That's not like my attitude or the way my personality. It's like physically big. Like especially since I shaved my head. It's like my head has its own ass. You know what I mean? My dad said I was an ass when I was a kid, and now I've grown a whole second ass. My head is so big, it weighed me down as an infant. I wouldn't eat, and then my head would I would just be like a bulldozer that just gave up on itself and just tipped over. My head is too big that most people, when they meet me, assume that it's just like a prosthetic, and I'm supposed to be a character, like a backup character in Star Trek or something. My head has more dents in it than a used car. You know what I mean? Like you're getting some points on there's some mileage up here, and it's mistakes. So that's me. Also, I eat really poorly. I eat like a poorly monitored child. I'm in my late 30s, but I eat I eat like a boy in grade school when his parents say, you don't need a babysitter this weekend. Here's $20. I eat that way every day of my life. I took a Tombstone pizza the other day. I didn't even cut it. I just fold it over and I eat it like a corn cob, and I call it a Cavito so it seems less sad.
Oh.
Thanks, guys.
So, something that I feel like is equality, which I am into right now / forever. By the way, Ian, that joke about Chinese versus Korean, it wasn't really funny. We'll talk later. Sorry, just ouch. Like it didn't feel good. But equality. So I like the fact that a really bougie ass white man and all white men use the same size towel as me. Like you can only get like so many size towels. Like there's the sheet towel, there's like a bougie towel, but like at the same time, we all drying our ass on the same shit. And like the fact that that's what I'm excited about right now. Black Lives Matter.
So if you're in a relationship, you got to keep things fresh, right? So my husband and I like to play jokes on each other while we're sleeping. And his thing is I sleep with my mouth open. He likes to put at first it was fun. It was like mashed potatoes. And that's okay, right? Because who doesn't love mashed potatoes? But then he started getting a little more advanced, like gummy bears and peanut M&Ms, like in my mouth. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to choke, and he does not know the Heimlich maneuver. So I came up with one for him. So I'm French Canadian. And I'm sure you guys have heard of like the Dirty Sanchez and the Rusty Fish Hook. Yeah? No? Maybe not. We'll talk about those. But anyways, yeah, so they're like dirty sex positions. So I'm French Canadian, so I came up with him. He was sleeping. I went over him on the couch, dropped trout, right on his face, just right down, slapped him with a French Canadian roast beef dip. And it was the best thing I ever did, because then he never stopped fucking with me.
Yay! I feel like I slipped enough one-liners in tonight to be done with that. That was freaking fun. That was fantastic. Thank you, viewers, for sticking around and watching us go through 2 bonus rounds of so much fun. Just ha after ha after ha after. Oh, I still have Alicia and Dan. Never mind. Okay, keep going.
It's been a lot of fun. Thank you. It's late. I've drank a bottle of wine. And I don't know if it's just me, but did y'all ever realize that macaroni is just spaghetti with pockets? No, it's real though. Ramen noodles, they're just spaghetti without any privilege. Lasagna, that's spaghetti with way too much privilege. Facial hair pasta is just spaghetti with an eating disorder. But bow tie pasta, that's the 1% of spaghetti. All right, don't even get me started on that shit. Although, if you throw in a side of sauce, that's a real eat the rich movement. I can really.
Get over there. Get him in there.
Also a 6-foot painting of a Chicago hot dog.
Yeah.
But anyway, and don't even fuck with SpaghettiOs. They don't even try and hide that they're spaghetti.
Hey guys, so with Corona, people are still using the nickname Rona in reference to it, and that name does not fit at all. Rona is something that you would name your puppy, who you give cuddly wuddlies to. That's not something that you nickname a thing that kills over 200,000 people. That's a name, a nickname that should have like a killer's nickname. It should be named after a killer, like Jeffrey Dahmer. What's wrong with you? Oh, I got the Dahmers. Good luck. You know, or it should be named like Joseph Stalin, like the Stalins. You know, are you okay? No, I have the case of the Stalins. It's nice knowing you. You know, it's just like, it also is known for mass graves. So that does make sense.
Yay! I think we did it. I think we did it. Did we do it? We did it. We did it. Yay! Woo!
We did it.
Thank you so
We
much.
did it.
Yay! Woo! We got through another day. Yeah, we got to laugh it out together. We're gonna do this again next week. I drop the signups on Saturdays. Please don't miss it, because we miss you when you're gone, and you make life better. Thank you.